Mode, median and mean from a frequency table with discrete data. Now, discrete data is typically things counted in whole numbers. For example, shoe sizes. Let's have a look at this example. So a class were asked their shoe sizes and the results are below in this table. And what we need to do is to find the mode, median and mean. So the table shows there are 2 students with a shoe size of 5, 7 students with a shoe size of 6, and so on. So let's list them. So we have all the shoe sizes of the group of students. So we want to find the mode of this. You can see that the number 7 occurs the most often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 sevens, so that is the most common number. Then we need to find the median. So then if we count in, we can find where the middle number is. So here is the middle. And there are 20 students, so there are 20 values. Therefore there's 2 middle numbers, which are 7 and 7. So the median would be between there. But of course, as they're both 7, the median is therefore 7. Then we need to find the mean. Now the mean is always the harder one to do. We have to add all the numbers together and divide by the number of values we've added together, which is 20. So adding them all up gives us 132 divided by 20 values, which equals 6.6. So the mean is 6.6. Now that was quite a long way of doing that. When the data is in the table, there's a much quicker method. Let's have a look. First of all, the mode. So it's the most common, so it's the one that occurs the most often. So we can see from the table, frequency means how many. So you can see that there are 8 students who have a shoe size of 7. Therefore, that is the most common because it's the highest frequency. Therefore, the mode shoe size is 7. Then we have the median. So don't forget the median is the middle number. What we have to do first is to find out where that middle number is. Now, we have 20 students, so that means there are 2 middle values. So let's find out where they are. Now to do that, we get the number of students and we half it. So there are 20 students and we half it. That will give us 10, so that'll be the 10th middle value. But then there are 2, so it'll be the 10th. And then you add on 1 and the 11th. So the 2 middle numbers are the 10th and the 11th value. So all we need to do now is find out what are those 2 values. So to do that, you go to the table. Now the table is in order. So we have our first 2 values, our shoe size 5. That gives the first 2 values. Then the next 7 values are shoe size 6. That brings us up to our 9th value. And then the next 8 values are shoe size 7. So that brings up to 17. And then we can stop there because we can see, therefore, that the 10th and the 11th value will lie in this here group. So the 10th and 11th value are shoe size 7. Therefore, our median is 7. Then we come to our mean. So what we do first of all is we add up our frequency. So this will give us a value of 20. Then in our previous method, we added 5 plus 5 because there were 2 shoe size 5s. Then we add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 because there were 7 that were shoe size 6. So instead of doing that, it's easier to do 2 lots of 5, 7 lots of 6, and so on. So let's do that next. So let's put an extra column. So 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 8 is 56, and 8 times 3 is 24. Then we have to add up those four values to find out what the total amount of our shoe sizes are. That will give us 132. So when we added all 20 values all together, we get 132. So to find the mean, we get the total number, 132, and we divide it by the number of values, which were 20. So our mean is 6.6. Now, although this is the same answer as before, it's just a much quicker method. As long as you understand this, go for this method. Now it's your turn to answer some questions. Pause the video and then have a go. How did you get on? Here are the answers. If you answered any incorrectly, have a look back through the video and then try again.